I fully realize that I look crazy. Like, have you ever been so itchy that you just want to like scratch constantly? That's where I'm at. I had a brief moment where I got really into skincare at 42 last week, in which I fully scrubbed my face really hard, and that was dumb. This is not an allergic reaction, I promise. I have checked it. No, just my own stupidity. Now you're probably thinking, why would you film if your face was all red and crazy? I'm about to go out and do some gardening. Gardening is all about timing, and unfortunately, so is long COVID. So that means that I have to find days to do planting when I am feeling healthy and also the weather is agreeing with me, which I don't know if you live in the Pacific Northwest, but the days that it hasn't been raining, it has been, I have not been well enough to go out. So today, and I'm slathering myself in sunscreen because I've ruined my skin barrier. I am not also getting a sunburn on top of this, but it is January 29th. I think it's 5 degrees outside, and I have this beautiful box of tulips and daffodils that I planned to plant, but when I got them, it was super like pouring rain and warm, and daffodils, if it was the other people in the gardening groups in my area, they were planting their bulbs and they were starting to sprout, or they were rotting, or the raccoons were eating them. And I will show you my yard, but if you've been following along, the raccoons have really destroyed us. So today is the day, because tomorrow it's going to snow. And we don't often get snow here where I live, just outside Vancouver. So I have to get things in the ground, which is why I'm doing a lovely vlog with my very beet red face in my trusty gardening overalls. But I'm going to take you out to the garden and show you what's going on. So here's all my gardening stuff, a big box of bulbs, and let me take you on a little tour of the garden. Thankfully my herbs are surviving. It's my little rosemary finally coming in. I have an abundance of thyme. Everything else is dead, as it would be. Surprisingly though, the parsley is still here. Don't know how that's making it chives toast. But the big problem is this. The raccoons have destroyed our yard. If you've been following my Instagram, you've seen some of these updates, but it wasn't this bad before. It's so much worse. I have no idea what we're gonna do. And it's really deep. Like, they really go to town in this grass. We're thinking of replacing with clover in the spring, but we're gonna have to do a lot of yard work ahead of that. There's nothing in this bed except the kale, and it's somehow, I think, doing okay. I think it might even be thriving. I might have to eat some of this kale. All my little gnomes, they do still turn on in the winter. And then this is my bed of garlic down here. And then I have a second bed of garlic over here. This half is empty for the spring. Then I have this whole box that's empty right now. And for some reason, this random stuff is growing in here. I did not plant that. I don't know what it is. It's probably a weed. But I also see it over here. So whatever's going on here, at least there's some life. The area I do my tulip bed in is all right down here. I know it looks like a leafy mess of crazy, but it does come in the spring. But it has been totally overgrown. I didn't do much weeding last year because I was not well enough to work a lot of the times in the garden. So the goal today is to get tulips into this bed. To be totally honest, I'm not sure if this is too late. You can plant into January, it's January 29th, but fingers crossed they're gonna work. This is gonna take more work than I thought. I'm already seeing other bulbs shooting up, so yikes. Okay, it's done. It's hard to tell, but I did plant all in here. Whew. It took longer than I thought. Okay, so it's about 5 o'clock and it's about to hit 0 degrees, I think. It's 4 degrees currently, but it feels much colder. The sun's about to set, but all the gardening's done, and now I just have to, fingers crossed, that I got them in deep enough and early enough for them to bloom. I did see some tulips and other things starting to come up. The reason I was redoing all of this is because I've had a past couple of bad years. I'll put in some pictures of what the garden did look like when I started and then what it looked like last year. Huge difference. So yeah, let's all cross our fingers.